Good morning. Oh man, you gotta love that song, man. I just
rock and roll
here, rocking and rolling. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. It's a sunny morning out here in California. We're glad you guys have returned and joined us for today's show on Plane Talk. I've got the one and only Mr. MJ Scanlon, jet dock and photographer. How you doing?
How you doing, everybody?
How you doing, MJ?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing all right, loving this weather out here, and just happy to be back doing another show, joining all of our friends. We got quite a crowd in the chat. Want to welcome our mods. Looks like Cat's Meow and Nancy are in the chat. Lady Cat might be popping a little later. Let's say hello to a few of our friends. We got the one and only Kevin R in the house. I don't have the horn, and I'll tell you why. Oh, there's Mario Lane's in the house. Good morning, Mario Lane, or good evening. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're using new software, so be patient. There's Cat's Meow. Hello, Cat's Meow. Good to see you, my friend. Full Metal Dragon's in the house. Hey, good morning, Full Metal Dragon. I love that name. Let's see who else is in the house. We saw Keith PDX is here. Good morning, Keith. Oh, look who else is here. It's the one and only Luis Garcia. Good morning, Luis. We've got SK Sadman. Good morning, SK Sadman. Sadman. Keep wanting to say Sandman. And there's Nancy L, one of our awesome moderators. There's MJ Scanlon. And there's his little grandbaby right there. Little cute.
There he is.
The cute little guy. And Brian SFO was here earlier. Jim G is here. Good morning, Jim G. Good to see everybody. And hey, we've got a couple milestones to celebrate this morning. Jim G, member for 4 months. Enjoy this great show. Jim G, thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. And I think I had seen one more in there. Oh, Mr. MJ Scanlon, 5 months.
5 months, buddy.
Thank you for your support, not only as a member, but as a part of our broadcast team, if you want to call it a broadcast team. We're just aviation enthusiasts having a little fun, just sharing with everybody what we like to do. Yeah, so wow, we got, oh, hey, there's Daniel from NYC. Good afternoon, Daniel. Glad you are here with us today. And we've got 79 other people. Oh, another milestone. Mr. Charles Bass. Hey, wait, Charles, I thought you were new here. It says you've been a member for 5 months. Hey, Charles, thank you so much for the support, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Man, it's really cool to see the milestones and the support, and just seeing how everybody's just being a part of this. Oh, and we've got Miss Val with us. Good afternoon, Val. Good to see you. A member for 3 months. Thank you so much for your support as well, Val. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, just appreciate everybody, whether you're a member, viewer, everything is support. Whether you hit the like, subscribe, everything is great. No matter what you do, it's greatly appreciated. All right, well, let's get into today's show, MJ. Not much news, but I was just telling you earlier, they're having the Paris Air Show in Paris. And I know a lot of airlines like to, put in their orders, so to speak, not like a drive-through, but they like to order for new planes and stuff. But I was telling you, I haven't really kept it much on it, but I think Airbus did pull in, I think I saw 221 orders for 221 planes from different airlines and carriers, but I'm not sure what Boeing did. So really didn't keep much track of it. So
I think it's pretty difficult for both manufacturers to keep up with their orders. Boeing with all their legality issues and things that they're having, and Airbus is just not having the supply, and then they had the engine issues with some of the Airbus fleet, the newer aircraft. So everybody's a little behind.
Everybody's a little behind, but it's still good to see that airlines are wanting to
Oh, yeah.
order new aircraft and look into the future, and so it's really good. And Kevin R saying what Delta might be ordering some new 321 Neos. Yeah, they've got quite a few of them in their fleet already, so I think that's been a good plane for them. Let's see, Daniel. I was just going to talk about that. You know what? I have not heard anything about it. I know they found the black box for the Air India 1171. They just have not, to my knowledge, or 171, excuse me. To my knowledge, nothing's been released yet. So I don't have anything to report on that today, and really don't want to speculate like we said last week. So we'll just all wait and see what the official findings are. But either way, just a terrible, terrible situation there in India with Air India. All right. I'm enjoying seeing the chat. And like I said, we're using some new broadcast software today. So trying to not have as many hiccups. And I've been working on my microphone situation. From what I understood, it's been sounding pretty bad, muffly and stuff. So if I am sounding better, give me a thumbs up in the chat. That really helped. And even better, give me a thumbs up like for the broadcast itself. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy, Mr. MJ Scanlon.
Snuck it in on you.
5 memberships. Hey, MJ, thank you so much, my friend.
No problem, brother.
You're awesome, man. I got to say, we've got an awesome team here. And it's just not a team, but I consider everybody on this team friends. But thank you so much, MJ, for these memberships. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you're making me feel a little emotional there, to be honest with you. And kind of, yeah, I just really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you've received a membership, make sure to thank MJ for his generosity, and we welcome you on board. Oh my goodness, here we go. We've got something. Alvinor. Oh my gosh, Alvinor.
I hear you, Alvinor.
5. Oh my goodness,
you,
Alvinor, my friend. Thank you so much. And we've next show we're going to have some video clips from Alvinor from an air show. But thank you so much, Alvinor, our in-house Russian aircraft specialist. But thank you so much for the memberships, Alvinor. Oh my gosh, you guys are getting me emotional right now. Oh my goodness. Yes, Jim G. I'm almost there. So, hey, did I just see? Yeah, there's Brian SFO. Good morning, Brian, my friend. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. One of the local aviation enthusiasts here in the Bay Area. Let me get that off the screen. And hey, let's welcome Michael Nomikos. Michael's with us. Good morning, Michael. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Hey,
We're
Michael.
doing okay, my friend. We just got the show started, and man, MJ and Alvinor each just donated 5 memberships. So,
oh wow, awesome!
These guys are getting me a little emotional here just with the appreciation. So,
it's awesome, guys.
Yep, and so we were just talking about Paris Air Show, aircraft orders, stuff like that, and I think it was Daniel asked about Air India Flight 171 if the black box information has been released. It hasn't, as far as we know. So that's about where we're at. But hey, Michael, aren't you going to Seattle soon?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your flights that you've chosen for that, real quick.
Yeah. I chose Delta because I had a better deal than Alaska. It's just basic economy, but flying the 737-900 up there, and then 737-800 back. So I haven't flown Delta in a while, but I know their service is good, and I'm sure Kevin R can agree with that.
Oh yeah, Kevin R loves Delta.
Yeah, and they're about 900, so I mean, it's similar to all 737s, but yeah.
Didn't you say you haven't? Really quick. Oh my gosh, Jim G.
Wow.
Jim G has just gifted 10 memberships. Oh my gosh.
The train is rolling.
Wow, thank you, Jim G.
Jim G, thank you so much, my friend. You guys are killing me, but thank you so much. Oh man. Wow, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. But getting back to Michael, didn't you say you were still waiting to fly on like a 737-900?
Yeah, I hadn't flown on that and the Max 9. So 900, yeah, checking that box off for sure.
Cool. Right on. So yeah, so Seattle, that's should be a pretty good trip for you. You have any? I know you're going to visit some friends, right, for a special
Yeah,
occasion.
friend's birthday. Yeah.
Do you have any plans to do any spotting, anything aviation related while you're there?
I don't know about spotting because they live on Bainbridge Island, so I'm not gonna have time
Oh,
probably.
okay.
Maybe when I leave, I'll go to the airport early and spot because I think I leave at like 2 p.m. So I'll probably just go there a couple hours before and spot a little bit. Hopefully, I don't know if there's this place to spot at the airport or next to it, but
Yeah, right on. All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to a trip report when you get back from Seattle next month.
yes, sir.
All right. Hey, so speaking of trips, MJ was in Bolivia a month or two ago.
Yeah,
Fairly recently.
April, first week of April, second week of April.
All right. So MJ went to Bolivia, and he asked if he could. Well, I asked him if he had anything to share, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got some photos of the trip, so maybe these aren't going to be necessarily aviation related, which is fine. We want to see when any of you take a trip, what the culture's like where you're going. Like last year, Kevin R went to Mexico City, and he shared some photos of Mexico City, the food, some of the architecture was really cool. So MJ's going to share some great photos from his
All right.
trip to Bolivia. And here we go, MJ.
All right,
So here we
well,
go, Bolivia and photos with MJ Scanlon. So here's photo number one.
Here's photo number one. All right, so we're always looking at watching the airplanes and taking the pictures of airplanes, but everybody's going somewhere, right? So this is a trip down to Bolivia. My wife is from Bolivia, so actually she was already down there visiting family. So I flew down because I had a business. I had some work I had to do in Atlanta first. So flew from Atlanta, Miami to Santa Cruz, Bolivia, DVI,
Right, yeah.
on BOA, an A330. This view here is in Santa Cruz, one of the major cities in Bolivia, and this is the view from the balcony of our Airbnb we had there, right in the center of town. So it's a great city. It's easy to get around. Very, I wouldn't say crowded, but I mean it's a popular city. Lots of great restaurants, lots of good things to do there. So yeah, this was a very nice day that I happened to look out. So I'm gonna get a nice shot of the neighborhood from the balcony.
Yeah. I really like the vegetation, the trees and everything. It's like there's not a lack for shade if you need to find it.
No, there's a lot of vegetation there, yeah. Because it gets a little hot in Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is a tropical city, so it gets a little hot there in the summer. This would be there. It was fall there because it was spring here, so it was fall there. They're
okay.
Opposite hemispheres. So they're like today is our longest day of the year, the start of summer, where in South America and below the equator is the shortest day and the start of winter.
Now we have Santa Cruz, California here, and I think one of our viewers, Patty R, I think she's there this weekend, and that's coastal. So whatever. Sometimes when I see hear of Santa Cruz, I think of our local Santa Cruz. So real quick, hey, there's Lady Cat, one of our awesome mods. Good afternoon, Lady Cat. Hope you're at the airport at least getting some cool planes. So, all right. So yeah, like I was saying, MJ, love the vegetation, the trees and everything. All right, let's check out tell us a little bit about this photo.
All right, this is, we went and spent a few days in a town called Samipata, which is about 72 miles from Santa Cruz, 117 kilometers.
Okay.
But it takes about 2.5, 3 hours to get there because there's no interstate system in just a little 2-lane curvy highway up into, because you're starting to go up into the Andes as you get to Samipata. It's like a valley just before you get to the Andes range. And this here is the plaza, the Plaza Principal. And my in-laws, my mother and father-in-law, have had a cabin here for 40-something years.
Oh, wow.
And when my wife was a child and her sisters, they would come there on the weekends from Santa Cruz, and this would be like a weekend getaway. And my father-in-law was big in the communication and electrician with the government of Bolivia, and he helped provide the lighting and electricity for this plaza, 30 years ago. But yeah, this is typical of most Bolivian cities, especially the smaller ones. There's a plaza of some sort in the middle where people would meet all during the day and chat and just have some place to congregate and socialize with each other.
Wow, very cool. I love, the architecture. I especially like that arch right there leading into that to that park or town square. And
Yeah,
once
it's a
again,
beautiful little park.
no lack of shade. I love it.
No lack of shade.
And just like these rocks, are these rocks have some like sculpturing to them?
They do. They do. I probably I didn't send you any of those. There's a couple of pictures I took of those rocks. They have different sculptures that have been carved into those rocks.
Very cool. That's a very beautiful setting right there.
A classic plaza, like South American.
Yeah, very cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, very cool plaza. All right, MJ, tell us about this next one. Oh, wow.
All right, this was a vineyard. There's several vineyards in Semipata. So this is in the background is the town of Semipata down into the valley, and this vineyard here is Vinos 1750. And they named that because I'd heard a story. I don't know how true. Them trying to get a different name that the government shot down they couldn't use. So then 1750 is the elevation. It's 1,750 meters high, or 5,741 feet, almost a mile high. So that's why they named the vineyard Vinos 1750.
Okay.
And of course, we got some bottles to take back home, and we did a little wine sampling there, just like you do if you went to the Napa Valley or something.
Yeah.
In a very beautiful view down, and we had that day was a nice sunny day, so we had a nice view down into the town there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And what did you think of the wine that you sampled?
It was okay. I'm not much of a wine drinker. My wife is. She likes the wines. But yeah, it was very good. The ones that I sampled, I enjoyed.
That's very cool. I love the vineyard, just how it's on the side of the hill and just rolls down the side of the hill. That's very cool. Very nice vineyard in the town, kind of down the little valley down there. How big is that town down there in that little valley?
That's about the size of it. What you see there, it's not a huge town. It's not a big town, but there's actually a lot of expats that live in this area. There's a lot of some Americans, several Europeans that have resided in this that stay there now, living there full time in this region. Around that plaza, from the other pictures, there's a lot of restaurants around. So
oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're not lacking for, because what it is, it's like a weekend retreat for a lot of people out of Santa Cruz, because it's not that far to drive. So a lot of people come from Santa Cruz on the weekend and they stay here. They rent out the rooms, or they have the little hotels and the hostels and those kind of things, or the Airbnbs. Okay. And they come and spend weekends here in Semipata.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's see what you got next for us. Oh, look at this. Very green.
It's another part of the valley. This is near what's called El Forte de Semipata, or the Fort of Semipata. And this is a national park that inside this park is some ruins from the Chane and Inca period of like 300 AD. So we got there kind of late. We couldn't get into the park that day because we got there too late. So we just walked around the edge, and then I saw this view of the valley. So I took this nice picture of the valley. But this area has been inhabited for thousands of years, from the Chane, the Incas, the Amazonians, the Spanish who came in and pillaged in the 15 and 1600s.
Yep.
But it's a beautiful area. So actually, it's a beautiful area.
Yeah, I'm just showing some of the comments from our viewers, just saying just so beautiful. I agree, everybody. It's so very beautiful. All right, let's see what MJ has next for us. Oh, look at this.
Wow. This is the entrance to the park.
Okay.
So I took some pictures there. I actually went to the park the next day, but it was raining. My wife didn't want to go in the rain, so I went in the rain, but those pictures didn't really come out too good. But it was very interesting to go around and see these. There's a huge ruins from the Inca period that denoted like the council. They had these all carved in these big stones. What was left, the foundations of the homes that they had 1,000 years ago, 1,500 years ago.
Wow.
And it's kind of, I've never paid attention like at our national parks, but at this national park, if you're Bolivian, well, you get in there for dirt nothing, almost free.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that always happens.
It's like 10 times as much, but still isn't that much. It was like 50 Bolivianos, which is about $7 to get into the park. So it wasn't
That's not bad.
It was outrageous.
Yeah. Wow, very nice. All right, let's see.
It's a beautiful area. All the national parks and also in El Salvador, same thing. There's actually everything. Even the Central Plaza, the foreign fee was like $5. It was like $1 if you're like Salvadoran, and like $2 if you're Central American. I'm like, hey, that's not fair. I speak Spanish. I don't look Central American though.
Or just like in Southern California, Disneyland, if you're a Southern California resident, they'll give you a break, which that's
right.
understandable. But if you're not, you're gonna pay through the nose or something else. So, anyways, all right, let's see what MJ's got next for us. Oh, what is this?
So this is in the plaza. This is at night. We just came from dinner.
Oh yeah, I see the name right there. Yeah.
So the city is over 400 years old. 400 años, 400 years, and
400 años, yeah.
Integrando culturas is integrating cultures because of all the different cultures in Bolivia and in the Semipata region, from the Bolivian and the Spanish and the Inca and all of the native people. Because Bolivia, even though it's predominantly Spanish speaking in Bolivia, there's like 37 different dialects with the Inca dialect and what is it? My father-in-law speaks Quechua, and different languages like that. So this is just a mixture of the cultures from the last 400 years or more in that area.
Wow, that is awesome. Wow. All right, what's he got next for us? Oh, look at that. Look closely, everybody.
So we're there at the cabin, at my in-laws' cabin that they use as an Airbnb. So like the day before, or maybe earlier that day, I'd seen flock of birds flying over, and I didn't think much about it. And then like the third or fourth time I noticed these different flocks flying around, I found they're awful colorful birds. What kind of birds are those?
Yeah, they are.
Parrots. So what do you mean they're parrots? She goes, they're wild here. So then I noticed these guys in the bushes. It's like sitting in my backyard and seeing a cardinal or a blue jay. You just see parrots everywhere. Then I started noticing them all over. They're in the bushes. They're flying around. You just see parrots everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, and at first when I saw the picture, I was like, "Oh, nice trees." And then had to look close. I was like, "Oh, there's parrots."
It took a second to
blend in.
They blend in well. Like they don't want to get eaten by the condors and such.
Yeah, like Daniel said right here, parrot is hidden well. Yeah, that's why I said look closely, everybody.
There's two of them actually. If y'all see,
first, I'm like, "What's that?" Oh,
the one off to the right has a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white on its head. Very beautiful little birds. All right, let's see what MJ's got next for us. Okay, now we've got something aviation related here.
Now we got a little aviation. This is excuse me. This is in a park. It's right next to, actually, it's like right across the street from my in-laws' cabin that we stayed at. Aviation Park, or in Spanish, the plaque is Parque Aeronautical. I don't know, my Spanish is okay. But this was an old Bolivian Air Force plane that they had gotten from, I'm guessing, the United States. It's a North American AT-6 Texan, which I had a hard time identifying it because it didn't look right. And then I realized that somebody has done some sheet metal work to kind of put it up, because this thing is beat up. It's been there for probably 30 years.
Wow.
It's very neglected, but it's had some other sheet metal work done to it, and the tail got damaged. And that's what was throwing me off on the tail, because all the pictures, then I realized that it had to be a Texan. It just, somebody just did not a very good job of replicating the tail. But it sits in this park, but sadly it's just like graffitied as heck and nobody's been taking care of it.
I was just going to see that. I mean, even the satellite dish back there is graffiti, and that's such a bummer. That's probably, that's a piece of history right there that could be so beautifully restored.
It's part of what they use to train their Air Force.
Yeah, Jim
like
G.
We did ours.
A beater.
A beater. Yeah, it's a beater. All right, Jim.
Yep. All right, let's see. Oh, this new software. All right, let's see what MJ's got next for us. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful home.
Oh, that's the cabin. That's my in-laws' cabin that they use as an Airbnb.
Nice.
So
that's beautiful.
We stayed there for a few days. It's pretty nice. It's very centrally located. Looking at the picture, the park is to the left. There's like a wall there. There's a road, and the park is right there where that airplane is. Yeah. And it's I don't know. It's about a 5-minute walk to the plaza. Down there, there's a little. I wouldn't call it a grocery store. There's a market in a building where people are selling their goods. So if you're looking to get your food or your spices or whatever you need, it's not like a regular grocery store. So it's a little different. I should have sent that picture. I had a picture of it. I should have sent you that. But,
now, it looks like it's a little overcast. Did the sun ever come out?
It did the first day. This day it got a little cloudy, and you can't really see the mountain range behind there, because their house is kind of up on a hill. It's kind of a higher point of Semipata where they're at.
Okay.
So you can see a good part of the city around. When it's clear, you can kind of get a nice view all the way around to the valley.
Wow. I mean, I love the rose tree right there, and the porch right there where the 2 chairs are. I mean, if that would be so cool, just relaxing to sit out there. And
well, there was a hammock. I took the hammock down to take the picture. You can kind of see there's these little black dots on the walls. That's where the hooks are to hang the hammocks.
Oh, okay.
You can hang a couple of hammocks out there. So I spent like one day, like half the day, just laying in the hammock.
Oh yeah,
chilling.
I bet that was so relaxing, just doing nothing and just relax. Oh my gosh. Hello, Ed. Good to see you, my friend. All right, let's see what MJ's got next for us. Oh, now this is the picture, MJ. Tell us about this.
Now we're back in Santa Cruz now. We went to a restaurant, my wife and some of her friends. And well, beef is big there in probably most of South America, but definitely in Bolivia. There's really a big cattle industry in Bolivia. And this is the churrasco. This is a very popular way of going to a restaurant and getting your meal served. So they have this charcoal tray that comes out to your table, and then the meats that you've ordered are on this tray. So we had these big chunks of beef here, these big steaks, and it also had some chicken in there, some intestines, which I didn't eat. I'm not big on that, but I did eat. It had cow tongue. I ate cow tongue. It was actually pretty good.
Hey, that makes good tacos.
I
ate a cow heart, and I didn't. Ooh. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just I ate a cow heart. But the steaks were awesome. The steaks were incredible.
So I was telling MJ before we started the show, because we're able to talk on here before we go live. I said, MJ, I was going through your photos, and when I saw the photos of the beef over the open fire, I said, oh my gosh, I said, after I saw that, went out to run some errands with my mom, and I said, let me treat you to dinner. Let's go have a steak somewhere. And I told MJ, all the places here in town that serve a good steak were busy, so it settled for Chinese food, which was okay. But I said, next weekend, going to get an early jump and try to get a steak dinner after seeing this photo. Oh my gosh.
And this comes out after you've been served like a big bowl of rice with salad and vegetables.
Oh,
and
man.
And you're like, man, I can't even eat anymore. And then all this comes out. Yes.
All right,
don't go there in 30 minutes and have your dinner. This is like
all right, everybody, let's go out to eat. Everybody, let's head out. It's on me. Let's go. Yeah, Brian wants me to treat him to a steak. You know what?
If in Argentina,
Brian, I will do that.
I don't remember if in Argentina they do with the charcoal. They charcoal, but I don't think they bring you a little thing like that. That's kind of cool, like personal.
That is cool.
Right there. Usually just bring it out, but like I've never seen a little charcoal thingy.
Yeah, they just bring it to the table like that.
Churrasco style, yeah. That's Andes and Argentina.
I'll tell you what, that is just beautiful.
Do they have a sauce for the steak and then no chimichurri, right? That's just Argentinian, I think.
No, that's just how it's made. No, you don't put any sauce on that.
Okay, yeah, that's Argentinian.
And cooked.
The chimichurri sauce, the like parsley sauce, yeah.
Exactly. Now, am I seeing like some salt on there or something, or
probably?
Yeah. That's mostly how they cook it. They just salt it. They salt it real much, and then they
you watch
with the other meats, and you get all that flavor.
You watch some of the top like people who like grill, barbecue, or smoke. When it comes to steaks, a lot of times it's just salt and pepper, or even just salt is all you need. All right, let's go to the next one, because man, this is getting me like hungry.
I know.
Oh, we got a plane.
Now we have some planes. It's time to go home now. So this was our we were departing, going back. This is going to flight to Miami. It's a Boliviana A330. It's Boliviana they have 3 A330s. One of them's in maintenance in Mexico City. It's been there for a while too. I'm not really sure what's going on, if they're doing some mod to it or whatever. So they have 2 active A330s, and they basically fly between Santa Cruz and Miami, and Santa Cruz and Madrid, Spain, and occasionally into Cochabamba, Bolivia as well. So yeah, this is the walkway out there. It's not a huge terminal there at VVI, Victor India, the Santa Cruz International Airport. And Boliviana is of course the big carrier there. But Boliviana, they only have 15 active aircraft. They have the 2 A330s. They have 11 737s and 2 CRJs.
Wow!
But they do fly. They do a lot of domestic throughout Bolivia to Cochabamba, La Paz, Sucre. What are the other cities? Where the salt flats are, that I can't remember the name of that town. They also fly. They have the international flights, of course, to Miami, to Madrid. They fly to Brazil. They fly to Argentina, and they fly to Peru.
All right.
Wow, very cool. And I think we have one more. I think one more.
One more. This is on the way out of town. This is departing Santa Cruz, and we're making the turn to head north and get up through those clouds and get up to the sunny side of the clouds.
And there's a winglet for Lady Cat, just to make sure.
And winglet, those are the colors of the Bolivian flag, the green, yellow, and red.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that. Yep. Well, very nice, MJ. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. This trip to Bolivia. Just seems like there's such a rich culture there. And
very rich culture, yeah.
Yep. And hey, if you would like to submit, anybody would like to submit not only plane pictures or videos or anything, but say you took a trip like MJ took a vacation and you have pictures of the local culture, man, we'd love to show that because that's part of the experience of flying and travel. So very cool, MJ. Thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome.
Man, I'm still thinking about that steak though.
The truck.
Oh my goodness.
I want to know. I want to know what Michael plays on that piano in the background.
I know this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell us. You play some Liberace,
some Beethoven, some rock, whatever you want here. I upgraded my apartment for free. So.
I see that.
Thank you, Steve. Nice. Look at this nice couch here. I got a nice fireplace for the living room. Yeah.
This guy plays some Liberace. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, cool. Hey, while we're having a few laughs, let's have a few more. As you guys, Alvinor, here we go. Alvinor, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Yes, definitely. We'd love to see some photos of your trip to Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention in Seattle. I got to
my friend. Thank you so much. And those videos you were talking to me about last night as well. Thank you so much, Alvinor, for that. All right. So let's maybe not have these could be a few more laughs. So as you guys know, last week I was messing with AI. And I thought this week, you know what? I'm going to mess with some more AI. So let's see what AI came up for me this last week. So all right, here's messing with AI, and I picked some airlines that do not have a 777-300 ER, but now they do. So first, this is what an Alaska 777-300 ER would look like.
That looks pretty good.
So what do you guys think?
It looks good.
I kind of like it. Looks nice
and round though. It's too good. The AI. It's too
good.
It's too round. I think the engine. Yeah.
Yep. So, I was wondering, last week I had an Alaska 747. It's like, hey, how about an Alaska 777-300 ER? Yeah, Kevin R likes it. Mario Lane likes it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Fly that.
I kind of like it myself. Somewhere. And it sticks with their all Boeing. Exactly, Guy Bowen. Let's see. Sydney says, "Oh yeah, with an Orca livery, it'd be cool." Oh, I didn't even think about asking for a special livery. I was just thinking of standard livery. Let's see, Alvin or Lufthansa. Okay, let me try. I'll try that. I'll give that a try.
Just Lufthansa. Okay, yeah.
Yep. I was telling MJ, man, I've just been having too much fun with this AI stuff lately. What did AI give for us next? EasyJet out of the UK. This is what an EasyJet 777-300 ER would look like. Can you imagine all those economy seats?
A Boeing EasyJet? That would be interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have any Boeings yet.
I think the orange looks good on a 777.
Oh yeah, I like it.
It's showing up pretty good.
Yeah, I think this was Google Gemini that I used. I was using ChatGPT for a while, but Google Gemini was coming out pretty better for my AI stuff. So
it's got the streaks from the engine.
What's that?
It's even got the heat coming off the engine.
The heat, yeah. Well, I think what it does is it'll take real pictures and then it'll apply the livery that I'm asking for. So
yeah, it looks.
My gosh, Guy Bowen calls it sleazy jet.
Sleazy jet.
It's not that bad. It's not Pilates, man.
We got a thumbs down. Kevin R has a double hockey stick to know. Ed, we are getting there. We'll get there, Ed.
Yeah.
Jim G looks like an orange creamsicle. It does, which those are good on a warm, hot summer day.
Ooh, I could do an ice cream run.
I could. Yeah. We'll get those after we get the steaks. How's that?
There you go.
All right, what do we got next? Frontier.
Oh my gosh.
Frontier.
It's awful high to have that nose gear down.
Right, a little bit. Yeah,
but the rest of the gear isn't down, if you notice.
No, the rest of the gear is not down.
Yeah, I fail.
But this one had the best, closest to the livery that I can get. The other one kept coming up with purple and stuff. It's like they don't have purple planes.
Does Frontier have Boeings? I know they have
Frontier's all Airbus.
They're all Airbus.
A320s, 321s, Neos.
Just like
I don't know what this is up on the back rudder, but this was the closest I can get for Frontier. So, yes, and he's like, I have no idea what happened to the main gear. So, yeah, I don't know, but that's what AI gave me. Let's see what AI gave us next. Hawaiian.
Okay, that's nice.
That's nice, but our lovely lady on the back looks very angry.
I know.
She looks like she is ticked off.
Somebody did something to her. She ain't happy.
She is not happy, but this was the closest I can get the livery to look pretty good with a 777-300. Yeah, Guy Bowen's all she's pissed. Pretty much, dude. So I have no idea what happened here, but that's what Hawaiian would look like. You have some trails there, so not bad. If it wasn't for her being ticked off, I think it'd be a really good match.
Yeah.
Kevin, it's AI. I have no idea why she's ticked off. So here's JetBlue.
Okay, that one looks cool.
I kind of like that. I'm telling you what, I'm liking the JetBlue blue. And I like their new livery where it's blue and yeah.
Yeah.
They're pulling all their flights out of Miami.
Really?
Yeah, they're not going to fly into Miami anymore. I don't know when that goes into effect, but they're going to concentrate mostly on Fort Lauderdale. They're pulling all their flights out of Miami.
Interesting.
Wow. That's interesting.
Not that they had a lot, but they're going to pull them.
Wow. All right, let's see what we got next. Ryanair out of the UK.
Okay, that's interesting.
Another big cattle car.
That one is guys. That's the Spirit of Europe, not EasyJet. EasyJet's nicer.
But this one came out pretty good. I think it's pretty close to accurate, or what would
probably
be
about
accurate.
684 seats.
Yeah, 684.
Okay, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's practically sitting on top of each other. What do you got next? Now here we go, Ed. Here's the Southwest. I have no idea what's up with that reg though.
I like the heart. That's cool.
That would be cool if they would actually add a heart.
It would look cool at Southwest MD-80. Now I'm not thinking about it.
But so AI added the heart, which I think would be kind of cool if they actually did that. But like I was saying, I don't know what's up with the reg, but overall it looks good. Now it did add like this orangish yellow cheat line, which I think would be kind of cool to kind of break up the livery a bit. But Southwest needs to where am I? A Dreamweaver. Oh, giving me some good ideas there, my friends. Okay, let's see. I think we have one or two more. Let's see. Now here we go. Here's 784 seats.
Yeah, 784 seats.
Now this one looks pretty accurate for Spirit livery. So you have 784 seats and about 132 fights break out. But this one, though, it didn't give me a 300 ER. It gave me a 200.
Yeah, that's not 300.
And how do I know it only has 4 doors?
Huh.
So, but looks close enough. But yeah, can you imagine all the fights that break out on this thing? Oh my gosh. Yep. So I think that is it for AI. So some pretty interesting stuff. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. And like I said, just messing around with AI, having a little fun till our daddy takes the T-Bird away. So yeah, right on. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, Mr. Yin is here. Let's see what Yin has to say. I have big news to tell you all this July 4th weekend. I'll be going to New York and Fort Lauderdale to see Hori-san. Right on, Yin. Congrats, man. You have a great trip, my friend. You'll have to give us a trip report. That's very cool, Yin. What airlines you fly in? Tell us in the chat what airlines you're going to fly in. That'd be interesting to know what you're flying. So, all right. So we're going to get ready to track some planes, and MJ's going to be taking your requests in the chat. So just remember, I don't have the guideline graphic today, but we'll do 2 requests to start out with, see where we're at, because we get lots of requests, which is really fun. So put one at a time. MJ will confirm in the chat when he gets your request. And then once he gives it to me and I track it, then you can put your second one in the chat and we'll go on from there. So we'll let MJ get prepared. You can start putting your request in the chat. Sydney, Sal is getting ready to go to Las Vegas this afternoon, so he had some things he needed to do this morning to get ready for his trip, but he should be back with us the next time. And yeah, so I think Sal, I'm not sure if he's doing Cali drives later this afternoon or not, but he'll definitely, I think he's going to be at Fremont Street tonight. So if you don't subscribe to Cali Drives on here on YouTube, go for it. That's Sal's second channel when he goes out and does some fun stuff. So anyways, all right. So we're starting to see those requests. Please just put them in only once. That'd be great. Ed, we could track a B-52 if you have a reg and or if you have information on one, we could put it in if you request it. All right, I'm gonna get a drink of some tea here while MJ gets going there.
Whenever you're ready, I've got 3 so far.
Oh, MJ, yesterday when Sal was live from SFO, I think it was Nancy told Sal that FedEx had a MD-11 Purple Tail that was going to fly from Oakland to Fresno, and there was a local spotter from Fresno in Sal's chat said he doesn't remember seeing an MD-11 Purple Tail in Fresno ever or in a long time. So it's a little interesting that they were sending a Purple Tail to Fresno yesterday from Oakland. That's very rare.
That's not a normal thing. Just
no, not at all. So Nancy had caught, I think it was Nancy. You caught that, right, Nancy? And so, yeah, I looked it up. I went over to Flight Radar and clicked on it. Yeah, it was going to go to Fresno. All right, my friends, let me get the tracker up on. Oh, my goodness. The tracker up on the screen. We're going to do, there we go. Hey, there we are. We're at SFO. All right. Not quite full screen as we're used to. I still got to work out some bugs on this. No, I don't like that one. Don't like that one. This is, like I said, we're using, oh my goodness, what is that? We're doing some new software. We'll stick with that today, that view. How's my mic sounding out there, everybody? I worked on trying to improve the sound so it's not muffly.
Sounds great.
So it's getting pretty muffled and stuff. So using one of my other mics, got me a processor. I'll just call it a processor and hope I'm sounding a lot clearer. All righty. I think Mr. MJ said he is ready to go. And did Yin tell us what airline he's flying on?
Yeah, he wrote it up there. He was on Frontier, I think he said.
Okay, here we go. Real quick before we start.
Yeah, Frontier.
Frontier from SFO to JFK, layover in Orlando and stay 3 days and fly to Fort Lauderdale on JetBlue. Hey, that sounds like quite a trip, Yin.
All right.
Right on. Looking forward to a trip report after, my friend. All right, MJ, let me get ready here. Let's see where we're at. Okay,
I was gonna say I'm gonna visit the Boeing Museum in Seattle for sure. So I'll have pictures.
Oh, okay.
Man, sounds cool.
Yeah, for the trip report.
I was gonna ask if you were gonna go to the Boeing Museum.
Yeah, gotta go. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna go on.
You're gonna go to the Boeing Museum.
I'm gonna go. I'll be like, bye on Sunday. I'll be like, bye.
You're like, okay, before I'm leaving early for my flight to stop at the Boeing Museum.
You need like 4 hours, I heard.
Yeah. All right, MJ, I think I'm ready for the first one, my friend.
All right. First one is from Guy.
Guy Bowen.
Bravo Oscar Echo 284.
All right. What? Ooh. Is this another test flight? Oh.
Yeah, speaking of Boeing.
Boeing. Oh, we got a test flight again out of Kona. Hey, Guy, was it you last week that caught the test flight last week as well?
I didn't know that.
We had a test flight last week out of Kona on a 737 MAX. And
is this a MAX 7, it looks like?
It doesn't say what it is, really.
Small.
Yes, it was. Yeah, Guy, how are you catching these test flights? These are very interesting.
Yeah.
These test flights to Guam. Wow, very interesting. Let's see. How long ago did it leave Kona? 20 minutes ago. Wow, I didn't realize Guam was so far from Kona.
Guam's by Philippines, man.
Dude, it's like 3,900 miles.
It's next to Philippines, I think.
Let's look at the route. It'll show us right here.
Oh yeah, it's way over there.
It's way down. Oh my goodness! Wow, that is quite a
area. Yeah.
Is that Max can do 3,900 miles over the ocean?
That's impressive. Well, maybe it's a Max 10 then.
Yeah, well, we figure it's probably only got a crew and maybe extra fuel tanks. I don't know. Very interesting.
Wow.
But man, that's 4,000 mile flight. Wow. On a Max over the water. That is crazy. So yeah, they still got 7 hours 41 minutes. My goodness, very cool.
Let me give you the next one, and I got to slip out real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, let's get the next one.
The next one is Albanor.
Albanor.
Sierra Delta Mike 6283.
6283, and we'll see you in just a bit.
All right, just like.
All right, we'll track this while MJ's out.
Right.
We got is this Rosia? Oh, Alvanor, our resident Russian aircraft expert. Let me add something here on the. We'll go right back, Alvanor. I'm sorry. I want to add the hybrid because then it'll show like countries and stuff. Let me get that back up on the screen again. I'm sorry, my friend. There we go. Show on the map. Rosia, going from Moscow to. Oh man, I can't pronounce this.
U.S.
Where's it going? U.S. Where is this airport at? This airport is in. Where is this? Is this still in Russia? Is Russia out like have an island?
Yeah, they own some. Where is this?
Wow, that is Russian territory out there. I almost thought it was like South Korea or Japan.
No, I guess see that part on the side, I guess.
Yeah, let me get in close since we have a smaller screen. Yeah, it's out on like this island area. Is this flight that Alvanor's given to us? Let's go back to the flight.
Okay.
Wow, that is interesting. I didn't realize that was still Russian territory out there. So this is Rosia 747 400. It's going from Moscow all the way across out there to that western part of Russia. It's still got another like 6 hours to go. Let's take a look at the plane real quick. There we go, right there. Alvanor loves his Russian planes. And this is Rosia. And I've always kind of wondered, like I said last week, what the little icons are, widgets or something. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah. Did I see is Raiko here? Raiko. Hey, Raiko. ¿Qué pasó? Órale, homeboy, Raiko. Oh, look at his picture. Too naughty for this channel.
Oh, the picture. Whoa.
Raiko.
Holy cow.
Raiko. Oh, my God. Hey, it's all cool, man. It's all cool, my friend. Glad you're checking in. Are you going with Sal to Vegas this weekend? Let us know. Keep that boy under control. But anyways, there's a 747 Queen that Alvanor has shared with us. Very cool looking plane. You gotta love red.
Originally white. Japan Airlines.
Oh yeah.
Oh, originally JAL. Okay.
Yep.
From the red, or what? You can tell from the red, huh?
I can tell from the red. Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It was originally December 2000, delivered to Japan Airlines.
Wow, very cool.
Came to Rosia in June 2016.
Okay, so they've had this plane about 9 years then. All right, MJ, who do we got next on the list?
Next, we have Daniel from NYC.
Good afternoon, Daniel.
Okay, yeah, that threw me off. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, okay, so it's Romeo Alpha -73675. 73675.
All right, what's Daniel got for us? Oh, Daniel.
Maybe I messed that up some kind
Daniel's throwing us a curveball today.
Oh.
Aurora from Russia. Have we ever seen Aurora?
No, what's that?
This might be a first for us. So this is an A319 from Aurora out of Russia. Oh, look at this livery. That is interesting.
Whoa, what is that?
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Infinity.
It's a little busy, but you know what? I kind of like that livery. The little red winglets. Oh my goodness. Orange, red. Daniel, how'd you find this one? This is quite a find here, my friend. Dang. That's a pretty cool livery. I like it. That's pretty cool. Heck yeah. All right. Let's see where this plane is headed to. We'll follow the route. It's going for, I can't even pronounce these, but obviously there's a Russian cities that are, oh, wow. That's 4.5 hour flight. So it's a 2,200-mile flight. Wow. That's almost like flying cross country here in the United States. That's like flying California to Florida, Georgia. That's a pretty long flight for an A319. Wow. And this A319, 17 years old. Wow. But I kind of like that livery, Daniel. Very nice. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Ryko, you got any requests? Throw it on in. And tell Sal he better behave.
Yeah.
We'll catch Sal later. All right. Thank you once again, Daniel, for that. That's a number one as far as a new one for us today. So I like to count new ones that we've never seen. So that's the first one today. That's something we've never seen before. Aurora out of Russia. All right. What's next, Mr. MJ?
I got Yin. Yin has Delta Echo 20250.
I see what that is.
Condor.
Oh, okay.
Not seeing that flight, but we could see what live Condor flights are going on. Supposing you looking for something with stripes there, my friend? We'll get you something with stripes. Let's see if they got any of their 330 Neos up in there right now. How about this one, Frankfurt to Seattle? There we go. There's the gold one for you again. How's that, my friend? So we've got the Condor beige beach livery going from Frankfurt to Seattle. I hope that does it for you, Yin. And we'll get a closer look at this livery. Michael's going to close his eyes.
I know, yeah.
That beige color, I thought it was gold at first.
It's yeah, that's my least favorite of them.
But it's beige.
The green one, which is more blinding, more than this.
But what's cool is that they've named these.
Yeah,
they really didn't have any names.
Blue Ocean and what was the other one? The green.
Green, I couldn't remember, but
Green Sea or something, and blue is Blue Ocean. Blue Sea.
Yeah. I will say what I do like about these Condor planes is that they're 330-900 Neos. They're fairly new planes. I wouldn't mind flying a long haul on one of these 330 Neos.
Yeah,
they look like a pretty good plane to fly on. I think your parents flew Condor last year.
They did. They flew the older one though, not the Neo. So
okay, that's
the business class was like, my mom was like, it's crammed and old. I'm like, well,
oh man, it's too bad they weren't able to get on the Neo. Yeah. But this plane is over northern Canada right now, and it'll land in Seattle in about 3 hours. So, yeah, very cool. All right, Ian, I hope you got some good stripes there. Oh yeah, he said yes. Very good. All right, Ian. I'm glad that met your approval there, my friend. All right, let's see what MJ has for us next.
All right, we have Nancy.
Nancy
has Tango Foxtrot Papa Alpha.
All right, Nancy throwing us something new. I think this might be new for us. Play is out of Iceland. Oh, Reykjavik to Boston on a 320 Neo. Oh, Play ain't playing around. So this is what the plane looks like. Ooh, now is that red or it's kind of like a
between? It's
kind of a little bit like an off red or a faded red. But you know it's not faded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of taking a look at this livery to see what I think of it. I think for me, a little bit more of a brighter red would really do it for me, but I am a fan of anything red and white. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Good looking Neo there. Let's take a look at the flight. It's over Newfoundland and will land in Boston in about 2 hours. So here's a little bit of news about Reykjavik, Iceland. Southwest is looking at possibly doing flights, I think, to Iceland.
Wow,
really? Their MAX 8s off the East Coast. So we'll have to see if that happens or not. So would any of you fly a Southwest to Iceland from the East Coast? Let me know in the chat. That would be interesting to know.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Yep. So Nancy, your flight's going to land in about 2 hours into Boston. And this plane's only 5 years old, so it's a fairly new plane. Not too bad. All right. Thank you, Nancy. And MJ, we can go for the next one.
All right. Next, Full Metal Dragon.
Good morning, my friend.
November 582 Uniform Whiskey.
Uniform Whiskey. All right. This is A321 from American. Oh, yes. The PSA.
Nice.
The
Special
PSA livery, retro livery, the A321. So let's take a look at this, my friends. So if any of you don't know what PSA was, it was Pacific Southwest Airlines. They flew up and down the west coast of United States back in the 70s, 80s, I think maybe into the 90s. And then American acquired them. And this is what their livery looked like. And I don't know if you could tell up on the front nose, it had a smile. They always had a
Smile
on their plane, PSA. And they competed a lot with the old Air Cal here on the west coast in the United States. Air Cal, if you guys remember, my friend Captain Paul started out with Air Cal and then moved over to American. But yeah, I like this retro A321. I think the PSA livery looks really good on the 321. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I didn't know they had a 321. I thought there was like something smaller than that.
Nope, this is what they put the PSA retro
I was
on.
thinking of the other one. There's so many American retros. I get confused.
There are,
But
there are.
They had several of them. A couple were on 319s and a couple were on 320s, and then when they redid them, they put them on 321s.
Maybe I was thinking of the 320. Yeah, it was a little shorter.
And they also have a lot of retros on 737-800s as well.
Oh, okay, that's probably the one that I saw.
Like the Air Cal, Reno Air.
The Air Cal, yeah.
Those are just a couple that are on the 737s. Like MJ is saying, I think they have a couple on a 319, a 320.
The Reno's that blue and green one, right?
Reno
has like the
mountain thing,
like the
Rocky with the snow.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yep. So it goes to show you how many airlines American has acquired over the past several decades.
So, and one of the airlines they acquired was U.S. Airways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which actually, if you look at how all that works, even though U.S. Airways supposedly required the U.S. Airways and America West merged, but it was still America West team that ran the airline.
Oh, really?
That's why they were still called Cactus when they were U.S. Airways.
Right.
And then when U.S. Airways and American merged, it's still kind of America West management team running American Airlines.
Huh.
Yep. And if you notice, now Phoenix is a big American hub because of what they acquired there. Yeah.
It's because America West, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to say. Because at the time, American was floundering. But on this particular aircraft, the registration here, on some of the other American airlines, that lets you know it was former U.S. Airways aircraft. Except for this registration, it was after the merger, but they already had the registration in works. So they just kept the registration of the U.S. Airways, but it never flew for U.S. Airways.
Yep.
Because they got the airplane right after the merger of the two aircraft, of the two airlines. But they kept the registration. It never flew for U.S. Airways, but it has a U.S. Airways registration.
That's right.
See some of that av geek stuff.
Very good information. So let's look at the flight status. So this plane is going from Orlando to Charlotte. Excuse me. It looks like it's going to land in about 38 minutes in Charlotte. So anybody spotting out at Charlotte today, they're going to get to see this in just a little while. All right, my friend, Full Metal Dragon, thank you so much. Very nice retro livery today. All right, what do we got next?
All right, up next, we have KLM Marjolaine. Marjolaine with Yankee Romeo - Alpha Golf Delta.
All right. My co-pilot just came into the room. He probably didn't hear her meow. Her name's Misty. Keep trying to get her to get up on the back of the chair to get on camera.
Oh, what we got there?
All right. So we've got, what is this? Marjolaine, what'd you find for us? This is Anima Wings? Anima Wings? Anima? Where's, oh, it's from, it's a Romanian airline. Okay.
Cool.
Marjolaine finding us something new. And let's look at this plane. This is another new one for us, I believe. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the heart of Romania. Wow. What are you doing, baby girl? My cats are going through my cables and stuff I have next to me on the floor. All right. Oh, she stepped on my foot. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Sorry, I have to give my little girl some love.
Yeah.
Give my little girl. We got to get her on camera one of these days. I got to get the second camera. But back to the plane. Man, I wish I knew how to pronounce this. But let's look at the livery. This is an A320. That's kind of an interesting livery. I'm sure it has something to do with their culture. Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the heart smile thing is kind of cool.
Where's the up on the rudder? Yeah.
They took that from Southwest.
from AI Southwest from
AI Southwest. That's a good looking livery.
Yeah, I like it. I'm sure this all has something to do with their culture. I don't know anything about the Romanian culture, but it's a pretty good looking plane. And let's go back and look at where it's headed to today or this evening. All right, it left Bucharest and it's going to Hurghada. Oh my goodness, is this in Egypt?
Looks like Egypt.
Let's take a look at this airport.
91.
I think it is Egypt. I think it is on the coast of Egypt. Wow. Oh wow, yeah, it's on the coast.
Egypt's pretty popular now for like a tourist destination for
Europe. I didn't realize they had desert on the coast.
Yeah, desert everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Let's go back to the flight real quick and let's see the information on it real quick. All right, so this plane left Bucharest 2 hours and 22 minutes and it'll land at 24 minutes. Wow. All right. Hey, Mario Lane, thank you so much. That was a nice new one. So that's our second new airline for the day on the show. All right, MJ, let's keep rolling because I'm sure we got plenty more.
Oh, we got plenty. Next, Kevin R.
Kevin R.
has Hong Kong. Lima Hotel 457.
Lima Hotel 457. And if you don't know what the honk with Kevin R is, he is known to drive by LAX in the past by the spotters and lay on the horn like crazy. So, all right, this plane is not in the air, my friend, but this is LA. This is a flight that goes from LA to Frankfurt. It's the 747-8.
Yep.
And today it is operated by YD. What's D? How would you say D in aviation talk? I don't know all the codes. It'd be Yankee what? It's D. Yankee
Victor, what are we looking at? I'm sorry.
We're looking at the plane. The last it's the reg ends in YD.
Delta.
Alpha Bravo Yankee Delta?
Okay, so this is Yankee Delta because I know Sal loves Yankee Tango. So this is Yankee Delta. Yeah. So Yankee Delta is going to operate the flight out of Los Angeles to Frankfurt today, which means it operated from Frankfurt to Los Angeles as well, and it'll do the turnaround. And, this one has the older
I like that one. Yeah.
The yellow livery as far as the branding of the logo. I know some of you like the older yellow.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, Kevin R. This plane will depart in about 3 hours from LAX. Thank you, Kevin R. Appreciate it, friend. Sorry it wasn't in the air for you. All right, let's keep rolling, MJ.
All right, I'm going to give you one, and then we're going to go to the second round.
All right.
Bravo, Oscar, Victor, 777.
BOV 777. Oh. All right, MJ. MJ's got Boliviana for us. It's their A330. Is this a special livery, MJ?
No, that's their normal livery on the A330s.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. That's what do they got
going
in the back? I had a picture of earlier. Is
that a robot in the back? Or I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Well, it's more of a kind of a native Aztec kind of symbol.
Oh, okay. All right. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was just from this angle. All right. So I see that. It's got some nice colors. I kind of like the nation's colors, the brown, the kind of gold and the green. Those are very nice colors for their nation. Now, is this the plane you flew on or one of them?
Yeah, that's the one in the pictures earlier. That's the one we flew from Santa Cruz to Miami.
Wow. All right, so let's go back to the flight itself. This one's, like you're saying, they operate to Miami and Madrid. So this is a return flight from Madrid to Santa Cruz. And, man, that's an 11-hour flight to Madrid. Wow, look at that. Flight. And it's going to land in about 53 minutes in Santa Cruz. And I wish my local Santa Cruz had a big airport like this. So, hey, let's say good evening to Richard. Richard, you're never late. We're just glad you're here, my friend. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, this is Boliviana, one of the planes MJ flew on. All right, MJ, thank you, my friend. Who's next? We're going into round 2 now.
Yep, Michael is next. Michael's throwing at us X-Ray Alpha, Delta Uniform Romeo.
Just realized.
What has Michael got for us?
This is the one from the other day, but I don't think it's in the air right now.
I don't think so, but let's see if we can get a picture of it at
Not,
least.
but yeah.
We get a picture. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
This was
yeah,
Austin Cargo. Who
yeah.
who was streaming this? How did we see this?
I found it on somewhere. I
Oh, that's right. We were chatting with like Nancy and
yeah,
Cassie
yeah. I
and,
found it randomly. I was just like,
yeah, and I told Michael, let's track this. So this is Awesome Cargo, something that Michael found the other day while we were we have a chat for all of our team here. And I said, hey, let's track this next week. And never heard of Awesome Cargo. It's like,
where's
dude,
it?
that's
City?
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
It's
you know,
pretty awesome.
So this plane is out of let's see, let's look at the reg on it. Where are we at? Sorry. Oh yeah, it's out of Mexico actually, right? XA is out of Mexico. So yeah, Awesome Cargo, and I wonder how many planes they operate. It might just be this one plane. I'm not sure.
I think.
But yeah,
it's a former Alitalia.
Oh really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's the only plane they operate.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
They have two.
Yep.
One there, one back. Okay.
Yep. So let's go back to any future flights. It looks like today it's gonna fly from Mexico City to Anchorage. Later this afternoon. You're in about an hour or so. So Awesome Cargo.
Oh, it does. It goes to other cities, huh?
Yep. It's going to go to Anchorage. Thank you, Michael. That was an awesome request.
Awesome request for Awesome Cargo.
All right, MJ, who's next here in round two?
Richard with his first request. Richard has
Richard.
Victor Hotel. That's going to be Victor X-Ray Quebec. All
right, Richard, got some Qantas action for us. This plane is not in the air, but it is a Qantas 737-800. Let's take a look at it. Nice, Qantas, the Spirit of Australia. You know what? It's always weird, and this is not in a negative aspect. It's always weird when I see like one of Qantas domestic planes, like a 737, because you're so used to seeing like the LAX streams, where you're seeing like the 380s and the 330s, and then you see a Qantas 737. It's like that can't make the flight to LA or San Francisco.
Qantas Sydney's a trip when you see all the small ones. You see like all variety. And when I was there, they didn't have that that tail on the livery. It was the old one, not the one without they had the arms, I think.
Yep. And Sydney
had the arms, I think.
Sydney just brought that up. Has no arms.
Yeah.
Poor kangaroo.
Full Metal Dragon saying the pops of red on the winglets are nice. Yeah,
it's a great airline, by the way. It's like a Delta. Their service is like awesome. Yeah.
Lady Cat, that's true. When you're watching Aussie streams, you will see them all the time. Yeah,
highly recommend.
I don't get around to watching much of the Aussie streams. I'll pop in, and if it's late at night when it's daytime there, but usually the times don't match up too well for me. But the Aussie streamers do a great job over there streaming the planes. All right, Richard, thank you so much, my friend. Unfortunately, that plane was not in the air, but it was good to see one of their domestic planes. All right, MJ, we're going to go on to the next one.
All right, we're going to round two here. These second requests. Alvanor, Tango Uniform Papa 9635.
All right, Alvanor's got some more Russian aircraft. Oh, what's he got for us here? He has got a Viastar. I think we've seen a Viastar, but I don't think we've seen this livery. This is called the Russian Post livery, and we'll get a closer look. Oh, that's a lot of blue.
Holy cow.
Russian 757.
It looks like a 757.
Yeah.
That's the Russian, I'm just going to say it, that's the Russian copycat of a 757.
Pull off something, right?
But I'll tell you what, I bet Lady Cat will approve of the winglets, maybe. Let us know, Lady Cat, if you approve of their winglets. That's a lot of blue, though. My goodness.
That's a little too much for me, actually.
I'll tell you what, though, at night it looks good because have you ever noticed, like, when you have good night photography or good night videography, the planes look really shiny, even if they look dirty during the day. At night, they look really shiny.
Yeah. That's
the one thing I like about night photography and night videography is the shininess of the planes.
The guy moving, he's like a ghost. Like right by
yep.
the
yeah. Yep. And the luggage cart right there. So this was would you say, MJ, this was like a where they did like the timer, like a
Oh yeah, it's on a
shutter.
it's
They
on
did
a
like a time shutter.
Shutter
long
speed.
delay. It's on a long
Delay.
shutter
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
So that way it catches the image at night. Yeah. Because a quick shutter won't catch anything, right?
No, you won't have enough light to get all the image in there.
I remember at one time I was trying some night photography and I just could not get it. But all right, Alvanor, let's see. Is this plane in the air right now? It is. Let's see where it's going. It is going from Moscow to
Top secret.
top secret. Maybe it's going out to the Russian island. Who knows? But this plane's 15 years old, so it's kind of midlife, maybe not very old, but not young. Guy Bowen called it a Russian airmail plane. Okay, all right, all right, all right. But all right, Alvanor. Thank you so much, my friend. Always appreciate your contributions and your support. All right, MJ, let's move on to the next one.
All right, second one from Daniel from New York City.
All right, Daniel.
Alpha 6 Echo Oscar Delta.
All right, it's got some Emirates action for us. Got an A380. The NBA livery, and this plane was in San Francisco this last week. I think it was on Tuesday. It was in San Francisco. Let's see. It should be on. Yeah, right here, 16th of June. It was Monday. It was in San Francisco. Yeah. And if you're not familiar with the NBA livery, we'll show it to y'all. This is the Emirates NBA livery right here. And I like this livery, except I wish Emirates was in white and not red. But it's a pretty cool livery. Let's see if we can find another picture where it shows a little bit more of what the livery. There we go. Let's show that one. Can you guys see that? Yep. So yeah, you'll see like the official airline partner of the NBA, and there's the NBA logo. Yeah, this is a better photo of this plane. I like it. I just wish it was white instead of the red, but that's just me. That's just the way I like. Oh yeah, Yin was streaming the other day and he caught it live. Yeah, he was. That's right. He sent me the link and I logged on for a little bit. I was lurking in, but I watched. I watched in, so thank you for sending that over. But yeah, this is the NBA livery. Very cool plane. Seems like everybody kind of likes it. I do too. I do too. Michael will be right back. Let's see this. Unfortunately, this plane is not in the air right now, so that's a bummer. But thank you, Daniel, for that. Always appreciate the contributions. And all right, MJ, any more?
Yes, we've got several more. We have Nancy's second request.
All right, Miss Nancy.
Oscar Sierra November Mike.
All right, what do we got here? Brussels Airlines. Nancy, you're getting some good ones here. So this is Brussels Airlines, Atomium Brussels livery, and let's take a look at it. Wow, this is an interesting livery. We fly to the home of the Atomium. So do we know what the Atomium is?
The Atomium.
Does it have something to do with maybe science or astronomy or... But this is a 22-year-old A320 with this special livery. Let's take a look at, wow, that is an interesting livery. Wow. Guy Bowen, who got called for a technical foul. Did I get called for a technical foul? I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not sure if MJ's Googling that. If not, I can Google it to see.
I'm trying to figure out what this thing is. It looks like it's some kind of tourist attraction in Brussels.
Okay.
Which wasn't there when my parents lived there, but it is kind of looking like an atom kind of like thing.
Okay.
Really
yeah, I thought maybe it was something to do with science or something.
I think it's, yeah, it just looks like a big atom sphere.
Wow.
And I don't really know. I guess you can go up to the top. Yeah, it looks like you can go up to the top and observe and look out over Brussels.
All right. Really quick, Lady Cat's got a question. What's the XLR mean for an A321? I believe it's extra long range.
That's exactly what it's for, extra long range.
Yep. So those things will fly extra long. They'll fly pretty far. So I hope that helps you out, Lady Cat. Back to the Atomium. Yeah, so it's like a sphere maybe, and they can go inside of it. Wow, that is very interesting.
Yep.
That is very interesting. All right, Nancy, thank you so much. That was another first. So that makes 3 planes and airlines that we've seen for the first time on this show. All right, Mr. MJ. Somebody's texting me. Let me check my text.
It's funny, Michael.
Somebody just texted me trying to hire me. That's going to go into delete junk. Anyways, back to the planes.
All right.
Hire me. It's like
Full Metal Dragon. Second request. Romeo Alpha.
I'm sorry. Go again.
Romeo Alpha.
76845.
6845.
Nepal Airlines. Oh, Full Metal Dragon throwing us a. This is a Russian plane. This is the Ilyushin 276 TD. 30 years old, and it flies for the Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations. Let's get a closer look at this plane. Wow.
Cool looking plane.
That thing, it's not, it doesn't look very big, but it looks very beastie, if that makes sense. It looks like a solid, looks kind of like a beast. I don't know, beastie, not like, hey, we're the Beastie Boys, but just like beastie, like big,
Yeah, it's pretty sizable, I think.
That's a pretty sizable plane. Very interesting engines, though. You don't see engines like that, at least out here in the Western world.
How old's the plane?
30 years old.
Okay, yeah, it looks.
And it flies for the Russian Ministry for Emergency Situations. So I guess they use it for emergency situations.
Cool.
Yeah, let's see where it's flying to today. Within Russia. Oh, it's going out to the east coast of Russia. And that other plane was out here on the island. If you can see where my mouse is. The other plane, remember earlier, went out to the island out here. Wow. All right, Nancy, thank you so much. That's very cool. Yeah, Cat's Meow calls it a husky plane. Yes. It's husky like me. All right, what's the next one, MJ?
The next one we have is from Kevin R. November 688SL.
All right. Air Pacific or Asia Pacific. Yeah, I think they fly into LAX on occasion. Really? And, let's say hello to John Gibson. ¿Qué pasó, John? Good to see you popping in. Opa. All right, so this is Asia Pacific, and it's out of Guam.
Pago.
Yep, and this flight is going to fly from Honolulu to Pago. Matter of fact, it just left. It's about a 2,600 mile flight. Let's take a look at the plane. I think this has popped into LAX on an occasion or two.
Green? I don't remember. I've never seen this, but
I kind of like it. It's kind of cool.
If I do see that, I'll take a picture for sure.
I think this is fly cargo.
Yeah, I think it's
yes, it does. It does fly cargo.
It's almost 34 years old. Was originally flew for Condor.
Oh, wow.
And was converted to cargo in 2019.
Wow.
Have you been to Guam, MJ? Just curious.
No, I have not. I have not been to Guam.
I heard it's cool. Yeah.
It would be a cool place. It'd be a heck of a place to miss on the flight out, though.
Yeah.
So, a little dot out there.
Yeah.
So it just this plane just took out of Honolulu right now, and they got about 5 hours down to Pago. And where is Pago?
Where is Pago?
Let's see. Where's
another little dot in the middle of nowhere? I'm sure.
It's not showing me It's not even showing me the dot.
No Pago. You didn't pay, dude. No Pago.
No Pago. All right, Kevin R. That was a good one. That's a first one. So that makes 4 today. All right, who's next?
Next is KLM Marjolaine again with Papa Kilo Golf Papa Zulu.
All right, she's got Garuda Indonesia. Ooh,
Garuda's cool.
Ooh, look at this. All right, this is Garuda Indonesia 74th anniversary, not 75th, but 74th. There must have been some significance to 74th.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is their A330-300 special livery. That is a beautiful plane.
Maybe their anniversary is like or something.
Yeah, I was going to say there must have been something really significant about 74. And hey, Jose Gutierrez. Hello, Jose. Good to see you with us, my friend. Welcome on in. We're still going here for a little bit. But we're looking at Garuda Indonesia A330-300. It's a leaf blower with winglets for Lady Cat. And beautiful plane. Let's take a look at the flight it is doing today. We're going to go back to this tab. All right. It's going from Jeddah to Jakarta. That is a 10-hour flight. Wow. So they just left a little over an hour ago from Jeddah and headed back to Jakarta. Wow. It's going to fly over Oman, over southern India, Sri Lanka. Wow, that's quite a flight. Fly over the Arabian Sea. Wow. I've always wondered what that side of the world is like. Maybe someday I'll see it. You never know. Have you ever been on that side of the world, MJ or Michael?
No. Just I'd say Cyprus is the closest I was to the least.
Yeah. Wow, very cool. All righty. Thank you. Full Metal. Was that Full Metal Dragon that gave us that one?
That was Mario Lane.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mario Lane, my friend. I apologize.
Yeah,
that was Mario Lane. Somebody's phone's ringing. If you got to answer.
That's me.
Mine's always muted.
If you need to get it, MJ, you can mute and we can take a break.
Let me give you this other one, and I'm going to see what's going on.
Okay, all right.
This is Richard.
All right,
Echo
Richard.
Papa, India Golf Alpha.
All right, we'll track this while MJ takes his call.
All right.
All right, what does Richard have for us? Okay, the Iranian government.
Nice.
Mirage Airlines. All right, let's just keep it in the chat. Let's just keep it aviation, guys. Gals. Let's keep it aviation, but this is interesting though. Iranian government. Let's take a closer look at this plane. Got a couple different angles here of photos.
30. What is it?
Whoa, it's an A340 300.
40. I like the 340s. Right?
Yeah, I had no idea they had this plane there.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any other we can look at. I think this is another. Here it is at night. Wow, there we go.
Oh, that's a nice looking plane, actually.
Actually, that's a pretty good looking plane. Not sure if it's still in existence anymore. I'll just leave it at that. I hope it is, for the sake of being an aviation.
That's a cool.
I was going to say aviation expert, aviation enthusiast. I'm losing it, guys. I'm thinking about those steaks earlier that MJ was showing us from Bolivia.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is a very nice plane, Richard. Very nice. Thank you for showing it, my friend. Appreciate it. And hey, MJ's back just in time.
Just in time.
All right, we'll go on to the next one.
Hang on, let me see.
John, I'll message you about some tortas after.
I don't see anybody else's on there. Cindy, I don't know. I'd have to look that up about Miami. I got one more for you here.
You got one, MJ?
Yeah, I got one for you.
All right, so we're going to close off. No more requests. Now it's just for MJ or Michael or myself.
Let's see if I have another one.
Yep.
All right. Victor Juliet Tango 792.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have the cursor in there. Oh, my gosh. What happened here? There we go. Sorry. New software, guys. Can you repeat that, MJ? I apologize.
Victor Juliet Tango 792.
All right. VistaJet. Oh, going to SJC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
my local airport.
From Cyprus.
Oh,
wow, that's far. Holy cow.
Hello, Danuzia. Good to have you here, friend. Yeah. Good to see you. You could either thank Jim G, Alvinor, or MJ for the gifted membership. Glad to see you, friend.
All right, I got one, I guess.
All right, so this is a VistaJet. Man, that's a long flight to SJC.
That's insane. Cyprus, that's like almost...
Wow.
Jeez.
And this is on a Global 7500. My God.
I'll take one of those. Thank you.
Man, they are really
14-hour flight.
Big planes, dude. You ever seen that? Those are like,
yeah. The wingspans are incredible.
Yeah, those are like those make Gulfstream G6s look
wow. 14 hours to SJC.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder if they're flying in for the concert. They had a Metallica concert last night. I don't think it's tonight, but I think they take a night off and then they do another flight, another concert tomorrow night. Wow. Or it could be an executive that is from Silicon Valley, so forth. But yeah, very cool. I'm sorry. We're sorry, Jose. Jose has a request.
Oh.
You want to put your request back in, Jose, and we'll get it?
Yeah, I must have missed it. Sorry, buddy.
We're sorry about that. Let's say hello to, I thought I saw Jim Frace here. Yeah, there's Jim Frace. Welcome, Jim Frace. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, no problem, Jose. We'll get your request. Apologize about that. And in the meantime, while we're getting Jose's request, this thing eluded me last week. It was in SJC. Good old
yeah.
Freedom 1. Where is it now? It's not there. It's going from Chicago to Rochester. But let's see where it's going to be in the future. Because man, I keep looking to catch this plane, and man,
I know where it was one day.
San Jose del Cabo. That's not quite me. It'll be in Oakland tomorrow. Yeah, nowhere near me. Dang it. Oh well. I'm gonna get this plane one day. I don't know when, but one day I will. All right. Did we happen to get Jose's request?
Yeah, it's Echo Kilo 91.
Echo Kilo 91.
Yep.
Emirates. Okay, let's see what Emirates 91 is. Emirates 91 is going to fly from Dubai to Milan. Later. And it's going to be operated by this plane.
How come we don't see it?
All right. This is the Emirates Courier. This is their newest special livery. Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah, the Courier Express advertising that they will deliver your packages. And yeah, this is their newest livery. It kind of looks like a box and stuff like that. I'm not sure about on time, but one thing I heard Sal saying yesterday on a stream, Emirates may not be on time, but they won't cancel, but they'll get you to where you need to go. Even if they're late, they will not cancel a flight. Yeah, so they'll get your package there, even if it's late. Yep. Yeah, Jose, that's her newest special livery. It's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, Jose, thank you very much. And if Michael or MJ don't have another, John Gibson has one, and I see it right here. Yeah, it's I'll get it, MJ. I see it DLH 456 for.
Oh, we just did that.
Yep, but this is the flight that's en route to.
That's going the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming into LAX.
Oh, I see.
And it's 73 miles out, which is let's see where it's probably off of Santa Barbara. Yeah.
Yep.
So there it is. There's a Lufthansa 456 going to land in LAX in about 22 minutes. And earlier somebody requested the return flight back to Frankfurt with this plane.
I've probably flown on that because it's 12 years old, most likely.
Yep, 12 years old. Of course, from Germany. And that'll be landing pretty soon.
Is that a 400 or the 800?
It's a -8. So let's kind of clear something up. Boeing does not have a -800 on their 747. It's a -8. In this case, a -8i. So yeah. Jose, you know what? Yin, was in the chat. I'm not sure if he's here. He was streaming on his channel the other day, and yeah, we saw the NBA special livery. Yep, sure did get to see it. Daniel Hong is here. Daniel, we'll give you one request. Yeah, go for it, Daniel. John says he actually flew on 456 from Frankfurt, and it's a beautiful plane. I bet were you in first class, John? If so, man, that must have been pretty exciting, pretty fun. So we're going to get a request from Daniel Hong in just here in a moment. He just arrived. Daniel's a local aviation enthusiast, lives in my area. And yeah, we'll get that for you, Daniel. All right, I see it there. In 378 HA. Looks like we've got some Hawaiian Airlines action here. Oh, all right. So this is a Hawaiian A332, and no, we're not in the desert. Going from San Francisco to Honolulu, but is this a special livery, Daniel? Because it's got the it looks like this might be a special. Oh, the Aloha, the Lilo and Stitch. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that just left San Francisco. Very cool. Very cool. Lilo and Stitch special livery on the A330. What is this? A 200? Yeah, 200. And let's see if there's another angle of this plane so we could see it from the side. Here we go. Let's look at this one. There we go, friends. And check it out. She does not look angry. The AI version, she looked very angry on AI, made her look angry. But yeah, that's a cool livery. I like it for the.
They have the Lilo and Stitch decals inside the aircraft too, like on the overhead bins.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Very
nice.
cool. Very cool. And let's take a look at the flight status. It left SFO 2 hours and 30 minutes. About halfway to Honolulu right now, so they're halfway. They've probably already enjoyed a nice meal. Maybe going to get a little snack in a while, and then they'll be landing in Honolulu. All right. Oh,
this one for me instead of the other
there
one.
we go.
My mind.
All right, Michael, one more, and then this is going to do it, my friends.
All right, shield your eyes, Steve.
What's that?
Said shield your eyes.
Oh boy.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
You want to tell me? Tell.
This is for the people.
Go for it, MJ.
November Oscar Zulu 69 Golf.
Oh no, I want to do this one instead.
Never mind. Okay, my bad.
The other one was just as a Norwegian, but yeah, this one I want to do instead. Sorry.
What is? Did I miss it? Did you?
Charlie Foxtrot Golf.
Oh, there it is.
That one there. Yeah.
Go ahead and read it for me, MJ.
Where am I at? Oh, Charlie Foxtrot Golf 6 Kilo Foxtrot.
Yeah, sorry about that. I changed my mind.
Oh my goodness, Michael! This yellow
This is for the people.
For the people.
Yellow though, it's yellow. I've never seen a yellow one.
This is for the Team Stripes people.
Yeah.
All right, John. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Yeah, it's a sunshine stripy shock. Yeah.
It's called Yellow Sunshine livery. I thought that was
Don't look like no sunshine to me. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Remember that song, MJ? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I remember that.
Yep. So Michael is cursing us with this livery. This looks worse than the beige. I'll be honest. It looks worse than the beige.
I want to go to Fado, where it's coming from. I think it's like Portugal Island, right?
Yep.
No,
it's going from Fado to Frankfurt.
Fado,
that's almost a 2-hour, 45-minute flight. Just left 49 minutes ago, so it's got a little bit of a way to get to Frankfurt. Yes, it is very yellowy. Catch me out. Very yellowy. Yep, very yellowy. No,
we have the red, the yellow, and the orange.
You guys didn't catch that. Very yellowy.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
It's a joke from an old comedian. His name was John Witherspoon. I had to dress in. He did a joke. I dressed in my best colors. I got some blue, some white, and some yellow. And he points to his teeth where yellow is.
British jokes.
So, all right, my friends. Well, that's going to do it for the flight tracking for today. And wow, what a great show we had today. MJ shared photos from Bolivia. And I don't know. I might have to get some steak today. Man, that thing's on my mind.
You're really killing me with the steak.
That thing is still on my mind. Here Jim G says butter rum lifesaver livery. Actually, yeah, that's kind of close. Butter rum lifesaver, yeah. So we got to see MJ's photos, and he shared with us. We got to learn a little bit about the Bolivian culture, I believe. And we had some AI photos of some different 777s, and we got to track some flights. So it was a good show, everybody. I'm not sure when our next show is going to be. I'm not sure about next weekend's 50-50. I know, I think Michael's out next weekend, if I believe correctly. MJ's going to be out. Not sure what Sal's status is. But the following weekend is the 4th of July weekend here in the United States. So it could be several weeks. I don't know right now. But I'm glad we got to do today's show, everybody. And thank you so much for the comments. MJ, Alvinor, and Jim G for the membership giftings. Thank you so much again. Really do appreciate that support. And I think Alvinor gave a super chat earlier. So thank you, my friends, so much for the support. Thank you for everybody that viewed, all the friends in the chat. I mean, there's so many of you. I thank you all for participating and viewing. And I love seeing everybody in the chat talking. And, like I've said from the beginning of this show, the flight tracking idea was to get the viewers involved and just not sit there listening to us talk. I've watched a couple other aviation podcast shows, and it's just talking heads. They don't get the viewers involved or anything. So I try to make it fun, make it interesting, get you all involved. So, all right, well, we're going to call it a day. If you haven't liked or subscribed, if you could do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And be on the lookout. We have our daily streams with the flight tracking and ATC. Pretty much doing SFO for now. And in the mornings, I've been doing a few extras here and there. And if you're not subscribed to Cali Drives, that's Sal's extra channel, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully he'll be on a little later, headed to Vegas. So that's about it. MJ, Michael, thank you guys so much. To all of our viewers, thank you so much. We're going to head out of here. Have a great day. I'm going to tell you adios and sayonara, and we are out.